Alright, so now that we're on and recording once again, my name was Sean O'Brien. For the camera, please say your name.
Brian Main.
And we're going to be doing 5 laps now in the beautiful Lamborghini Huracan. You've already been out there on track in 2 other cars, so all the same rules apply as far as mirrors sitting up for me, and I'll watch for other cars coming up from behind to help you out with traffic, letting you know when to pass other cars. Just focus on keeping your eyes up, looking through your corners and where you want to go. Obviously, keeping it smooth and balanced is key as well, so the car is kind of hypersensitive to your inputs you might find out there, so be very kind of smooth to those inputs as you brake, accelerate, turning of the wheel. But you know, they all kind of have their own characteristics, right? Your paddle shifts, which you already noticed, are pretty cool, pretty intuitive on this one. Upshift still on the right, downshift still on the left, no surprise there, but they're very large in size, and there's nothing to accidentally bump into like wiper blades and turn signals. So that's a pretty cool feature there. They're also stationary, they don't turn with the wheel because I'll never tell you to shift while you're turning. Make sense? Yep. You're mostly going to be spending a lot of time in 4th gear. That's kind of your workhorse gear. That's the gear that's going to get you around the majority of the track, but you'll use 3rd out of the hairpin and 5th down the straightaway, and I'll let you know when to shift. Got it?
Yep.
Any questions?
We're good.
Let's rock and roll. Foot on the brake. Upshift once. Change your mode into Strada, or from Strada into Sport. Very good. And you can pull forward now. As you pull forward, you're just going to give it some gas. Pull it on ahead. Go down the middle of the tent, please. Actually, we're going to like to hang out in the shade for as long as I possibly can. We're going to go directly straight out of the tent and around it to the left. Good. Now you can make an immediate left here. And then alongside the orange cones here. You are clear. You can head on to track by accelerating and then shift up. Shift up. Shift up. Shift up. Move over to the left side. And brake. Go ahead and get a feel for those. Keep it in this gear for now, release the brake, and then start your turning over here to the right. A quick right left as you start to accelerate up the hill and to the right hand side. Good, and then start to brake. Stay a little bit wider on entry, releasing the brakes, staying outside, then crossing over to inside left. Just modulating the throttle through here, so on power, a little bit off. On power, and then a little bit off, then back on. Good, then a little bit off, then back on. And now brake. Looking to your left, turning it in, releasing the brake. Squeezing onto that throttle as you go straight through the S's. Good, now brake. Stay more to your right, downshift once. Releasing the brakes as you start your turn into the left side. Squeeze onto that throttle as you straighten the wheel to the right. Downshift. Eyes right, visualize the line, let the hands follow the eyes. Squeeze onto the throttle, accelerating up the hill towards the right side. Good, brake, kind of soft here. So you can see how the car pitches really hard into the left. That's because you're not straightening the wheel as you brake. So it kind of pushes the weight on the front nose, and the car kind of exaggerates what you're doing with the steering wheel. So next time, straighten the wheel, then get onto the brakes, okay? Continue accelerating, now over to left side. Just a light lift, then back on throttle to the right. Good, now brake. And then back over to left. You can see it kind of happening a little bit there too as well.
Yeah.
As you accelerate, good. Close to the edge on the left and close to the edge on the right. Stay to the right side. Good job. Brake now. Downshift once. Really nice initial brake pressure. Releasing the brake as you turn it into the left now. Start to squeeze onto that throttle as you straighten the wheel to the right. Good, using all the track. Fantastic. Shift up. Shift up. Good, brake. Downshift, more brake. A little bit less brake now, less brake, good. We don't want to progressively brake harder. We want that heavy brake pressure at the beginning and then less at the end. Exactly. So we're going to straighten the wheel as we start to brake. And then you can see now we can brake a lot more efficiently that way, so you can probably brake later next lap, right? And then bringing it back over here to the right side, good. And then back over to left. Keep it, keep on it, over to left side, and then back over to right side. Good job. Brakes, left, release the brake, and accelerate. Brake, downshift, less brake, release, and turn in. Look up the straightaway as much as you can. Now straighten the wheel and accelerate. Very good. Shift. Shift. Brake. Downshift. Less brake. Less. And then slowly release all the way. Start to throttle. Ooh, look at that. You had it. That was fine. You didn't need a brake there. All right, so keep on going. Staying to the right side. I think the eyes kind of got stuck. On they got a little fixated. All right, so bring it. Okay, remember to kind of hang out a little bit wider here.
Wider than narrow.
Let's get back into a rhythm here. Over to the right side. We still got another lap. And now start to increase your speed. Good. So connect those green pylons, turning it into the right-hand side. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Now brake soft, releasing the brake, starting your turn into the left side. Now start to accelerate, straighten it out, and go, go, go. Good. Brake straight, downshift. A little bit less brake as we turn in. Now turn in more to left side. Good job. Straighten the wheel to the right, and go, go, go. Shift. Downshift, look through your corner, release the brakes. You got it. Good entry speed. To the right, left, accelerate. Good. Keep on it, straighten the wheel a little bit. Good, straighten the wheel, brake, a little bit less brake, off, 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 off. Yep, just try to work on carrying a little bit more rolling momentum into the corner, and then bring it back over to right side. Good, then back over to left, and accelerate. Faster here. Brake, straighten the wheel, look left, release the brake as you turn in. Don't throttle yet, wait for it, now throttle. Alright, good job. We're going to exit the track now straight ahead through those white pylons, please, and then follow that single file lane as you hang a left here. Was that crazy or what?
That was awesome.
This car's pretty fun, isn't it?
Oh man.
A little more wild.
I like the GT3 RS a little more. But
the Porsche's a nice one. The Porsche's got really good feel to it. This car's definitely a little bit more. The intensity is a little higher in this car for sure.
I feel less of the road in this compared to
the Porsche.
Yeah.
The Porsches and the Ferraris typically have some of the best road feel, like exactly what you're describing. While I do sometimes pick on the Lamborghinis for having a little bit more of that numbness feeling. Go ahead and pull up and over the bump stop straight ahead. Good job. Pull up a little bit further, but a little bit more to the right as well. I'd like to get the car parked a little bit more into the shade here.
Is that okay?
You can actually pull up even further. That's closer, a little more. Sweet. I'm good with that. I'm going to put you into park. You can take your foot off of the brake. Just let the car here in that neutral position. So pretty good. Just work on carrying a little bit more of that rolling momentum into the corner by releasing the brakes a little bit more gradually. So sometimes when you brake, you kind of brake to a peaking and then it stays there and then it comes off. Instead, you can brake a little bit harder at the beginning, but honestly, your brake pressure is really good at the entry. I would just like to see you more like trickle or trail off the brake pedal. Okay. A little bit more. It's going to allow the car to kind of rebalance itself a little bit more predictably. Then brake, 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 jump off the brake and turn in. That's pretty intense and that's pretty difficult to get, spot on. But if you brake firm and you just kind of have that confidence to slowly release the brake all the way through that braking zone, as you get ready to turn in, it's just going to kind of allow you to have a lot more predictable steering feel. Okay. So that can happen in turns 1 and turns 3, the long left-hander. So you can just kind of carry a little bit more rolling momentum into the corners. And that should also kind of get you into a feel of, I'm going too fast to want to throttle early. and that's a good thing. You don't want to throttle early like you don't want to feel like you overslowed the car
you eat too much
and then go,
speed
oh
and then,
shoot,
yeah.
and then try to just kind of balance on that throttle pedal all the way through the corner. Let it roll in and decelerate longer.
Okay.
Cool?
Cool.
Good job.
Thank you.